Hello and welcome back to the channel. So something completely different today. We actually have some trains running. So this is pretty exciting. This is my first completed sort of small micro and scale layout. I'm really pleased with how this come up. So if you saw my other videos, this is part of the Scratch and Dent series, so using secondhand items. So let's go through the layout together. So firstly today we've got a little Arnold loco running. I recently got this serviced. I thought I'd have it in the background running just to run it in a little bit on the track. And it's been a while since it's come out of its box, so this is a perfect opportunity. Behind it there we've got some Lima wagons, so they're the first ever N-scale wagons I bought. Two of them are already weathered with little custom loads by the previous owner. And then the little yellow one there, I've just put some timber matchsticks in there as a little timber merchant customization, so that's come up well. So let's start at the start. So I used a piece of foam board cut down to size, and unlike my other project, I actually planned properly the size of the Tomix super loop. So this is the mini track loop, and I might put the code down in the description for someone who'd like to do something similar. From memory, that whole track was around $40 on sale, so that's pretty good to get into the hobby with some track. It doesn't come with this cable, so that's a separate Tomix power cable. But what I do love about the Tomix style of stuff is there's no soldering. As you can see, that clips straight in there, and really simple. And I just paired it up with the Tomix controller. So this is the N600. To give you an idea of scale of this controller, I thought it was tiny when I bought it, but it's really big. So if you're planning a suitcase layout or something, keep that in mind for that controller, the Tomix N600. Just check the dimensions of that one, because it's quite a lot bigger than what you might think for an N scale. So going through more of the layout, so sort of like a country theme. What kicked this all off was this side building over here. It's a little bit out of picture at the moment. So this came partly weathered, second hand. So I just added some greenery, some more weathering, highlighted the roller door there, added some little custom details with timber windows, picked out the brown door there. So that sort of started off. So I thought this could be like a sort of an army warehouse or storage facility that's been forgotten or not used anymore. So that goes there, and then did a little custom little van. You have to bear with me today, I'm going freelance with the camera today. Little van with a little tarp on it, just weathered him up, so that's just sitting nicely next to there as a extra little detail. And then we've got a little bit of different ground covers, some little muddy paths that go different parts of the building. Moving across, we've sort of got like a mill or something here that is basically bought second hand. I haven't done any painting to that yet, so that might be the second stage. I thought the whole composition layout needs something sort of in the foreground, so that's kind of cool. Then we've got sort of a daypole or a gauge master building here. This is also second hand. I just painted it up with some Tamiya paints. I haven't any weathering to this one. This is sort of fresh out of the box with some colours that I picked out. My idea behind this is it's a new build in this landscape, so it might be a farm has just moved in or done some renovations, so hence why it's not weathered. So that one goes in there, part of the farmland. Further to that, we've got a little, like a worker's hut or little workshop at the back here with some little N-scale goats. They're Tomix goats. They come as like a pack of 6, I think. Really good price for what they are. And then the trees. These are just Timu trees. But what I have done is added some little bit of autumn flock on there, just with some PVA glue. So that came up well. I just dipped it in the tray and shook off any excess and let them dry off. So that just add a little bit of pop of colour into the space. And and also in the foreground here, just working on different scale of trees, trying to work on the composition. So they've come up really nicely. And then the through the center there, sort of design the layout sort of in two halves. So we've got the farm side and then the warehouse industrial side. We've got a little creek running through here, so that's come up really well. I just used acrylic paints for that. I did try a little silicone pour, but that came out the front and destroyed the front fascia of the layout, or foam, so I stopped with that. Just added some little balsa wood bridges there, one sort of weathered and one sort of brand new, as if the farmer has just done some changes to his property, hence why they're different. So just having a point of interest in the layout. Other things I probably want to add is sort of the farmer himself perhaps, and his little truck or van. Perhaps he's moving in or doing some different renovations, so I could have that in the layout. In terms of the landscaping on the base, I just used acrylics, so you can see here I've done a lot of layers of different textures, paint types, to get a different feel for the ground covers. And then just same again on the mud, you can see reds and yellows in there to get some lots of different textures. So there's no expensive paints here. These are all $2 paints, which I'm pretty proud of. I'm pretty happy with how that's all come up. And then in terms of the grasses, just a really simple sort of flock scatter grass. Not expensive. I probably used like not even half a bag here, because I used a green paint base. So you can see the grass has not covered all of the paint, but that's okay. It gives us some contrast as well. And then what lastly really finished off this layout is the back scene. So I'm pretty sure this is a Gauge Master back scene. I picked it because it picked out a lot of the sort of autumn colours of my trees. It was the perfect scale being N, and just looked perfect for this sort of composition. It was the right width as well. So I've just got that on some foam board at the moment. I'll tack that onto the back so it's a fixed element. And then to really finish it off, I might do either repaint the black fascia on the front there of that foam, or use some balsa wood to really finish off and encapsulate the whole layout. Because I don't know, might want to exhibit this or take it to a show perhaps one day if I think it's worthwhile. So really good fun layout to work with. What started out as a really cheap Tomix loop has really let me evolve as a modeler and try some different techniques. So I'll carry on to the next project. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy some actual trains running today and seeing a completed layout from my channel. And I look forward to showing future projects with you soon. Thanks for watching.